It's Sunday, November 9th, 2025. It's time for the Central Florida Computer Society and the Sarasota Technology User Group's WinSIG or Windows Special Interest Group. I'm Huey Poplock. We do this every month on the second Sunday of the month and we're glad you're here. We had a little problem, but we got things settled around as far as the time and also getting the notice out. If you're not here and you're watching the video because for whatever reason you didn't get re-signed up, we're just let me know and we'll get you signed up again. Okay, with that, I am going to go ahead and minimize that and stop the share of my screen. And I don't know if anyone here has checked, but I added some items for us to cover today, and it's one of the largest lists I've ever had. So I don't think we're going to get to everything, but you're certainly welcome. They are links on my Huey.net, and let's go ahead and we'll share that now, and we'll share the screen and bring up this and come here. There we go. This and full page it. This is the WinSIG website. Every month I post all of the items we're going to cover and they are linked to the articles. Here's the video from last month, and then here are all the items we covered or should have covered last month. So you can see the list is a lot longer. I don't think we're going to get to everything. By all means, we may pick and choose a few here today. We may not go to everything as the list has it in order, but by all means, yeah, check them out. During the month, I start clicking on articles I see about Windows, and I put it in uh, uh, my notes in Evernote, and then I go through when I'm making the list up. I just go through Evernote and I see which ones are Windows related. I grab them, make a list, and this is the list I got. So let's get started. We got a lot to cover today, and the first item that I am going to check is this one. Um, let's see. Check your startup apps in Windows 11. Let me move this out of the way. And what I did is I opened up, and I'm going to close this for right now. We'll come back to that. Check your startup apps in Windows 11. And it's really important because when you have items in your startup, it automatically starts them up in the background. Even if it doesn't bring it up on the screen, some programs are running things in the background, and some of those things can cause problems. So a lot of times you don't need them to start up when you start your Windows. So there's no need to have some of these apps running in the background, potentially consuming resources. And this author suggests disable all of them. Now, how do you get there? Let's go ahead and we're going to minimize this. And I am down on my taskbar. This is one way to get to them, and go to Task Manager. And when you bring up Task Manager, you go to, let's full screen this. And what you'll do is over here on the right, so we're going to click here to make that bigger. We're going to go to Startup Apps. And these are all of the things in my startup apps. Now you'll see some say disabled, but I got a lot of them enabled. For instance, Adobe Collab Sync.exe. Do I need that when I boot up? I don't think so. So I am going to click on that. And let's see where I disable it. I just right mouse click it and I tell it to disable it. And so next time I boot, that won't boot up as I start. And so you go through each of these and disable them if you think you don't need it when you start your computer. Now, there might be some that you want, and there might be some you don't know what they are. If you don't know what they are, leave them alone. Unless you know that they're bad, uh, but you aren't sure what they are. But uh, for instance, phone link, I definitely want that enabled. Microsoft Edge, do I need that enabled when I start up? No, I don't think so. So I'll disable that. And so I can go through all of these, then I restart, and then it'll only uh, start with those that are enabled. And let's see, somebody brought up in a chat. Let me put that over here. And Walter, uh, when I've been in Zoom in the past, it displayed video, my webcam in the upper left. Today's the Zoom meeting yesterday's webcam has not displayed. All right, we'll go back to that in just a moment. Okay, so is there any questions about this? So we can close this out. And let's see, we're still sharing, so I have to go back to here. And so that's that article. Now, what I want to show you something else that I could do for these meetings, and I may do this occasionally. I'm not going to do it for every one, but if I come up here to the right and I click on Copilot, it opens a whole column here for Copilot. And I told it summarize this page, and it says, okay, why it matters, some key takeaways. After upgrading to Windows 11, many apps are set to auto start by default, which can slow down your system. And this tells you how to check it, what to do, disable unnecessary startup apps, and so on. So as you go to each page, and as I go to each page, I may open some of those up and see what the Copilot says as a summary for the item. So I think that's something nice for us to try. We'll come back here. 5 tips the most users don't know. Let's see. 5 tips most Windows users still don't know. Do you? Oh, let's see. And we're going to thank you, Dick, F9. I don't know if you see this or not, but I'll move it up here. And it says most Windows users appreciate discovering tips and tricks to help them work more efficiently. So here are some of this author's favorites, not mine. Okay, let's see. Quick access to emojis. And that's Windows plus your period. When you do that, an emoji. So let's see. If I hold the Windows key down and this, uh, let's see. Nothing happened, but I guess I'm not where I would be. Let's see if I do a Windows period. Yeah, there it is. And it's over here in the corner. So you just, if you like to play with emojis, you can do that very simply. And it's the period on your keyboard, not in the on your numbers keys. So I think that's what happened the first time. Okay. So if you like to play with those, you can do that. Delete text faster with a keyboard shortcut. Control delete. So I've watched someone share their screen needing to delete some text, and I see one character after another slowly disappearing as they hold down the delete button. The cursor crawls to the left. There's a better way to do it. If you hold down Control Delete, Windows will delete the entire word to the right of the cursor. So if you're in it, just do a Control Delete, and the whole word will go away. So you can do one word at a time and get through quickly. Uh, and then if you want the next word, Control Delete again. And you can see here it's showing some examples. Installing software efficiently. I demonstrated WinGet, and I have a video on WinGet. So if you want to try it and you're interested in this and how to do it, watch my video on WinGet. Clipboard history. Now, I can't demonstrate this because I use a program that I've been using since I think before the turn of the century. But I've used it for a long time. It's no longer available It's called Clipmate. It is available, but it used to be I had to pay for it. Now you can go to their website and he'll give you the code on the website and you can use it for free. I've been using it for years. I like what it does. I'm used to it, so use it. But I've also played with the clipboard history that's built into Windows, and do recommend it if you don't want a third-party program. You can enable it just by simply pressing Windows V and enable it there. Restore closed browser tabs. Oh, I use this all the time. Control Shift T. Let me show you what I mean. Let me come over here. Let's see. Um, let's go ahead and open up a new window. And I don't know so if I do a Control Shift and T, it goes and it finds all of my other things that I just had open in Chrome that I just closed. And I'll close that again. So Control Shift T. If you close the browser by mistake, open the browser without clicking anything else, hit Control Shift and T, and it will restore all your closed browser tabs. Or if you close just one tab by mistake, do a Control Shift T and it'll open it back up. And then work smarter, not harder using these Windows tips. Okay, so we got that one done. And we're going to stop share here and see if there's any comments. Any comments? Okay, before we go on, Walter, you had a question. Uh,
Yeah,
let's see, it says, when you have Zoom on, what are you seeing in your computer right now,
in the
Walter?
past, I'm seeing everybody's photos, their webcams on the screen. When you're
Okay,
presenting, I generally see just a row of them along the top. In the past, I've seen mine in the upper left. I'm not seeing mine at all now. And I had the same thing in a Zoom meeting I was in yesterday. I don't know if they've upgraded the software, or I've changed something or whatever.
something's changed, but if you go up to the top right, do you see where it says View?
Yeah, I
Click
played with
that.
that yesterday.
Okay, and what you probably shut off is hide self view.
Yeah, I see show
And
self view.
you want to do that and
And there
it'll
I
be
am.
there.
All right. I knew it was something simple.
Yep. Okay, Clark, you have
Thank
your
you.
hand up.
Yes. I think I had an interruption. I think you mentioned WinGet a few minutes ago. There's an
Yeah.
application called UniGet UI. I'll spell it UNIGETUI. It's in the Microsoft Store. It's actually written by somebody else, but I guess it's been approved. It's a really cool graphic interface that lets you update all the software on your
Good
PC.
morning. No, what I
I'll
haven't.
put it in the comment, in the chat, the name of the application, but it's really handy.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, please do that. Di, you have your hand up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And hello.
hello. I just wanted to say about that Control Shift T. I love that too. I use that all the time, more than Restore. And does it work on every browser?
It does work, I believe, on Chrome-based browsers. I don't know
Yeah,
if it works
I
on
use it on
Firefox.
Chrome. Yeah, I just
Yeah,
wondered if it worked
yeah.
on Edge as well.
Edge is a Chrome-based browser, so I believe it does.
Oh, it is? Okay. Thank
Yeah, I
you.
just tried it and it works.
Okay, great.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's a good tip.
All right, let's, any other questions, comments? We'll go back and I'll share my screen again. And share. And go to the next item. These Windows utilities go on every machine this person sets up. Let's see how many I have and how many you have. Again, F9, and it gives me a full screen. Okay, setting up a new Windows. Snagit. Oh, I love Snagit. It's not free, and it's now on a yearly subscription. It used to be you'd buy it, and if you wanted the updates, then you pay for a big update. but I use Snagit all of the time. If I want to uh, copy something, let's see, I am going to go to my other screen where Snagit is. I'm going to click on this. I can then take any part of this, click that, tell it I want the capture that, and there it is, and then I can file and save it. It's very easy to do, but it does a lot more. And in fact, I did a, oh, I got to move something here to get, I have done some videos on this, on Snagit, but there's a couple of things that I really like, and that is if you've got a picture, and I am going to, let's see, again, move something out of the way here. And one of the things you can do is grab text. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to take this picture. I'm going to take this information, grab the text, and there you go. So that's part of Snagit that I really like. Now, Snagit's not free. It's not expensive, but it is not free. So that's that program. Let's see. The next one is Image Glass. A better image viewing experience. I don't have this turned on. I don't use it. The default Windows Photos app is rather slow in loading raw images. So this is, I guess, if you use raw images, this is what you want to use. I'm not familiar with it. VLC Media Player, that's the media player that I use by default. Every time I install Windows on on a computer or update something and it's not there, I add it to my it's how I play my videos in on my computer. And then Zen browser, I don't use. I've never used minimal distraction-free browsing. So if you want a very minimized browser, you can try that one. And you can have more than one browser on your computer so you can install it, play with it. And if you like it, leave it. If you don't like it, just uninstall it. And then Rainmeter makes your desktop uniquely yours. This is something I do not do, and that's make my computer unique. Because I do so many presentations, I want it, and I help so many people, I want to be able to look at the generic windows whenever I'm doing anything. Notepad++, I again don't use anything other than Notepad. I use it a lot. They've made a lot of changes to Notepad, and I really like it. 7-Zip. I don't remember if I have 7-Zip or just the zip program, but to zip up files and unzip them, one of these programs is very good. 7-Zip is one of them. The HWINFO, I've used that in the past, and it'll give you all of the information. It gives you the task manager can help you track your PC's performances, but information you get is quite limited. This person uses HW Info to get comprehensive hardware monitoring, including everything from motherboard sensors to SSD wear levels. And then another one is Fluent Search, and I am not familiar with this. Uh, I've been using everything, and so I don't really have a use for this. But and then Microsoft Power Toys. I've talked about them. Currently, I don't have them installed, but in fact, I was going to talk about one of them and install it for the show today, but I just had too many items that I just didn't want to spend the time. But Microsoft Power Toys there's a whole bunch of them. You install them, and then you can run them as you want. They're from Microsoft employees, but they're not part of Windows, and they're not really supported by Microsoft. So that's that article. And just for the heck of it, let's see what it says over here. And we're going to say, come down here and then say, summarize this page. And that quick, it goes out and it tells you everything in summary of what's on that page. Boy, they can do without me now. You don't need me anymore. I was watching a good video by Leo Notabom, uh, Ask Leo, and he did a video on the fact that AI is replacing him, and what are we going to do about it? But this is not a place for that discussion. Detlef, you have your hand up.
Yeah, you mentioned 7-zip there a little while ago,
Yeah.
and I just found out about 2 weeks ago, I was looking for a program to encrypt files and encrypt them with a password. And I did not know this. I just used 7-zip to transfer files large files to make them smaller. But 7-crypt is actually an encryption 7-zip is actually an encryption program. You
So
right
if I
click on, yeah, you right click on a file,
okay.
and okay, go down to alternate. Okay, you got to find it here. Not properties. Try the yeah, just click on 7-zip all the way at the top.
That's the top.
There we
Okay.
go.
Compression email, that's what you usually do. But now you can also, okay, I guess I forgot how to get there.
Is that the CRC?
No, it doesn't look like it. Move to delete, split
Well,
files, combine.
and that may not be one. Well, yeah, I think that is what's.
Yeah, just regular files, yeah.
Yeah. This PowerPoint slide, I think. Let's see if I can
But
find it.
it'll show up, instead of just compress, it'll show up encrypt. And if you click on encrypt, you get a choice on whether or not you want to have a password. So,
Okay. Well, let's see what we can do here. Okay, so 7-zip. Extract to, test archive, add to archive, compress an
yeah,
email,
there we go. Add to
compress it,
archive.
add to
No,
archive.
yeah. Okay, so that's the one because I was just using it to compress. And when you add to an archive, that now lets you encrypt it. And you've got all kinds of things that you can control there. On the bottom right, go down a little bit. It says encryption, enter password, and
Yeah, show password.
yeah, show
Is
password. And you've got several different ways that you can encrypt it. Let's see. I think over on the
well, we
compression.
don't have
Anyway,
to
you can
demonstrate
play with
everything,
that
but we
later
see
on.
that you can do
Right.
that. So if you want to zip something up and encrypt it so no one else can get to it, that's a way. But usually you're going to have a password when you do that. And don't lose that password if you've encrypted something. This is important to you.
Yeah. The other thing, and what I was interested about was because of all the traveling that I do, I want to get rid of files that are on my computer. And the best way to get rid of them completely is to encrypt them and then delete them with Shift Delete. That way they're gone and they'll be
So,
overwritten. Now I've got an
so-
SSA. Normally it would overwrite things with zeros, but you can't do that with the new hard drives. And this will let you do that.
when you say this, you're talking about the 7-zip?
7-zip,
Yeah.
7-zip, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
7-zip is built into Windows now too.
Do you have that choice in 7-zip to encrypt
Okay, I
in the
right
one
click
built
and
in?
choose, right click and choose compress file. And there's the different places you can encrypt to it and then additional options.
Okay, good.
Gives you compression method archive that you can choose which format you want to use to compress it. And see, compression method, let me choose something here. I don't see it asking for a password, but maybe it does after I do it.
It should say add to archive. That's what'll open up the encryption. To take
Yeah,
the file and add it to
I'm
an
not seeing
archive.
that, but I've never used it, so I don't know what I'm doing with it.
And I'm in the same boat. All right, let's see. And Mary asked me, why do I need phone link enabled on start? Because I always have my phone linked. And so if I, let's see, I am going to, let's see here. I will change my view and exit full screen so I can do this. Now I'm going to share my screen, share it. Okay, you'll see I've got phone link down here. When I click it, it automatically is connected to my phone. I can see any messages I've gotten, calls I've made, photos that I have, and so on. It's always there, and so I can always check it. And so that's why I do that. Uh, I don't have to start it. It just starts by itself. JJ, your hand's up.
I'm just going to say that Snag has been my go-to program for over 20 years. When I was developing computer-based lessons for the Naval Base here in Great Lakes, we were using it for creating lessons for the military up here. It's a great program. I know it's part of TechSmith, and you guys use Camtasia for videos, but it's just a great program, and I've been doing it for over 20 years.
I found my first copy of Snagit at Comdex. Comdex hasn't been around since before the turn of the century.
Yeah.
So it's at least 25 years. And probably before that, they were giving free copies away at the Microsoft booth, or not Microsoft, the TechSmith booth, and I picked up a copy, and I've been using it ever since. So yes.
The Navy group I was working with, they were using it here again, and I adopted, and I've been using it ever since. It's, like I said, enjoying it. And yes, I'm paying for it.
Yeah, I am too. Okay, so let me close this so I can go back and share my screen again. And so where are we now? Let's see. New Windows auto repair feature. Let's take a look at new Windows 11 auto repair feature. And we're going to F9. Thank you, Dick. And here is the article. Let's see, the F9 didn't work. Let's try it again. All right, why isn't it working now? Do I have something else open or am I in the wrong program?
Are you in Edge?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I used to have it. So let's see, make sure it's Edge. Yep, that's Edge. Well, sometimes the articles don't allow you to do that. Okay, that was the other one. That's this one. And we'll full screen it again. And F9. No, for whatever reason, it's
There.
no, it's not letting me. But anyway, this is talking about them. It's not talking about the topic that I wanted. Anyway, how quick machine recovery works. Microsoft's added a new feature to Windows 11. Let's see if I can do something else here. I don't see anything that'll let me do it. All right. Has added a new feature to Windows 11 that's the ability to automatically repair a non-booting system. This new feature is called Quick Machine Recovery, or Quick QMR. And while it's available in all insider builds, I believe the general release is still in the process of rolling out, so it may not be here yet. This article was written in October, so it's not that, so it still may not be available. But this tells how it works. And the bottom line is, personally, I haven't had much success with Windows repair and troubleshooting features in the past, so he's a bit skeptical on it, but you'll get a machine recovery and you can turn it on, and it's supposed to help you if you can't start your computer. If Windows won't start, it's supposed to be able to repair it and fix it. So we'll see. If that happens to anybody, please let us know. And Windows 11 quietly gets a built-in Google Lens feature by Bing. So Windows 11 quietly, let's see, take a look at that. Windows 11 quietly gets built-in Google Lens-like features by Bing. Let's see if I can hit F9 and it works now. Yep. Okay, good. The updated snipping tool, again, I can't demonstrate because I don't have snipping. It might work along with Snagit, but I don't think. I think Snagit overrides it. But they've added a Google Lens-like Bing-powered visual search. So let's see how you do it. Okay, quick redirect. I thought snipping tool became complete application when it got the ability to screen record. But then Microsoft added OCR text. Okay. And it does some other things. But meanwhile, the smartphone users on Android side of things, okay, have had many. So the Google's app for Windows brings Google Lens to the desktop. Microsoft now wants to challenge it. Google launched a completely new app for Windows. And let's see, Windows 11 snipping tool gets visual search engine, similar to Google Lens. This is where we want to be in the article. So in October, they've announced it's a WinShift S. Let's see, WinShift S. And okay. And so, okay, so that's it. Got it. So I'm going to close it so we know that works. So let's find a picture of something, and there's a picture of something. Control Shift S, and we're going to snip here. Copy, save, markup feature, visual search. So if you click on that, you'll see over here, it's gone and found where pictures similar to that and probably the same item, and all those things are right there. So anytime you have a picture on your screen and you don't know what it is, click on that, and it's Control Shift S, right? Is that what it was? WinShift S.
WinShift S.
WinShift S. What a neat thing. So anytime you see a picture, just do a WinShift S. Do this to the picture. You don't even have to do the whole picture if you don't want. And see, now it opened up Snagit. So Snagit interfered on that one, but on your computer, you should be able to do it, and you're probably testing it as I speak. Okay, so that's a neat thing, and I have used it, and by all means, in Bing, you can do that in using Edge. Okay, the gadget pack. I wanted to install this for today, and I didn't get to do it. But if you remember back in an earlier version of Windows, they used to have gadgets you could put on your screen. You could have a CPU meter. You could have the date and time. You could have a small calendar on your screen, and it would be there. It was formerly the 8 gadget pack, but it's now just a program. You can download it. You click there, and it will download it. It also installs some gadgets. See the list below. So let's see. These are all the gadgets that are included. Agenda, app launcher, battery meter. If you got I don't have a laptop that I would be able to test this with, but or a calendar. And so all of these things, clipboarder, clock, currency, control system. So you can see drive info. Drive activity. You know, you used to have the little light on your hard drive. Well, now you can have one again by having that little thing. Let's see if this take us anywhere. Yeah, so there it is. Add gadgets, and it shows you that you can have a network meter. You can have a currency meter. So you can have all kinds of GPU meter, and you can have that sitting on your screen. So you can play with those gadgets. So all of them are available for you.
And this is neat.
And
I learned about this from the Ottawa group about 4 months ago. Chris Taylor did a presentation on it.
okay. And then the next article is also about that. And this tells you how to get it back. Boy, he wants us to, yeah, let's see if he, no, it's his website will let me not do an F9. So how to get the gadgets back. And so this is another article about the same thing. Okay. Microsoft won't give up Windows 11 widgets board. So widgets is another thing. They won't give up on it, I should say. F9. There we go. And that's where if you want to have some widgets, design and features, it feeds the Discover feed on widgets board in Windows 11 is getting complete redesign with rounded corners and so on. So they're improving it. And where you get it, I believe it's on your desktop screen, is it? Or is it just on your sign-in screen? I think it's on your sign-in screen. And you'll see all these different gadgets. So you can, if you lock your computer or go to the sign-in screen, when you're not there, when you sit down, you can catch up with the news and weather and so on before you click go ahead and sign in. And what does Copilot discover for the Windows widget board? Okay, Copilot Discover was announced by Microsoft in June. The idea is to show widgets with multifaceted view on in a single topic, which Copilot summarized from trusted MSN publishers. Microsoft began testing the curated by Copilot section with insider builds in the Dev and Canary channels. Those are the testing channels. Widgets board in Windows 11 is getting a massive redesign. So it's going to look like something like this. And so when I restart my Windows, there's different widgets there that I've assigned it to. Can't show you that because I have to sign out. Okay. UI, oh, and that's it. Let's see, 4 free tools I keep on my USB drive to fix any Windows PC. So get a USB drive and put these free tools on there. And so anytime you go to help somebody, always bring this with you. And so let's F9 this article. Sys internals, the free Microsoft Windows toolkit. If you've spent any amount of time digging into Windows problems, then you've likely heard of Sysinternal Suite. It's a handy toolkit that was originally built by Mark somebody and Bryce Cogswell. Then it was later acquired by Microsoft. It consists of a free collection of utilities that gives you a deeper layer of insight. So if you're one that likes to dig into Windows and fix things and get to know them, sysinternals would be something you might want to have. And when you click on the sysinternals, it gives you, let's see if I can F9 this page. Yep. There's the suite, and they have it for all kinds of things. And then I think these are the different ones that are within sysinternals. So there's a lot of things in there. I'm not going to go down through the whole list. Let's go to the next item in this article. Let's see, F9 again. Oh, and I still got to go back one level. There we go. And one more. There we go. AVG. Oh, that's an advertisement. Process Explorer. The suite has a dozen utilities, but these are the three that he primarily uses. Um, so no, I think that's from sysinternals. A process explorer, auto runs, and what auto runs are, Windows has the habit of loading things in the background, and auto runs gives you all the details. It shows every startup item. So instead of going to startup, you can do this, but it'll also tell you any scheduled task and shell extension. This tool makes it easier to identify bloatware or malware in your system. And then there's the process monitor or procmon. Uh, and everything, everything. And I use that all the time. It's my go-to when Windows search lets me down. I don't even use Windows search anymore. When I want to search something, I just come down to my everything, click it, and there's everything on my computer. Uh, and I can search, and you can just do a search, and you can match. You can do all kinds of things with the search, but you can also, when you do the search, you can say if you want to search everything, or you just want to look for pictures, and you do that, or you just want to look for videos, and you do that, and it'll only show you videos. Uh, you only want to use compressed or zip files, bingo or cab files, or any kind of a compressed file. It will show you that. But if you do that, remember to go back to everything. Because if you close down everything and and you start it up again, it's going to remember the last thing that you did. And what you don't want to have is that you're searching for something and it can't find it, and that's only because you're searching only on images. The HW info, it's a utility for checking temps, fans, and voltages. So there's a lot of really information that most of us don't care about, don't know anything about. But if it's something that's important to you and you help other people, this would be something you want to have on that USB thumb drive that you carry with you when you go to help somebody. Crystal disk info. This is something I have not played with, and it's catch a failing drive before it dies. And it actually will give you information. It'll check your hard drive. I don't know if it works on SD cards. Uh, let's see, if you've owned a computer long enough, you've experienced hard drive failures. Okay, the free tool reads self-monitoring, analysis, and reporting technology, or smart data. It's built into hard drives and SSDs. So that if you have had a computer for a while and you want to check to see how your hard drive or your SSD is doing, that might be something you want to check with it. And Windows comes with plenty of troubleshooting tools built right in as well. And that's the end of that article. So I'm going to close this and we're going to stop the share and see if we've got some comments. Stephen.
Yeah, I have a question about Copilot and Gemini. I love Copilot. It is so easy to use. I use it to summarize. Fantastic. But now that's Microsoft's AI, right?
That's
Gemini
correct.
apparently is Google's Chrome's AI.
That's correct.
And I don't know that they're competing. I guess in a way they are. It seems to me that I had run-ins with Gemini before where I didn't like it. It was intrusive and it got in the way. Do you use Gemini at all? And do you prefer?
JJ, do we use just one or two? We use them all in different times, I think, don't we?
Yeah, one of the things I don't use is Copilot. I think it's rather slow, but Gemini, well, I'm like Huey, Perplexity is my number one. Perplexity and Cloud are my number one and number two.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I use ChatGPT probably the most, but I've been kind of disappointed in it lately. I've had it do some things and then say, okay, create a PowerPoint of this information. And it says it's going to do it. And then it starts asking me all kinds of questions. And it says, okay, I'm going to do it next, but I want to answer this question. And I'm sitting there answering questions one after another. And then when it finally says, I said, okay, enough. Go ahead and give me the PowerPoint. It says, I can't do it. I'm not, it's turned off or something like that. So it frustrates me. So
Yeah.
I've been not happy with ChatGPT for that reason.
Copilot just
Yeah.
does what you ask it to do, and then it does have questions. Do you want me to go deeper? Or, and then
Yeah.
it'll give you a list of a few other things. Do you want to know more about this particular thing? And they're always things that are on target, that are the, realistic questions that you would want to maybe get more information on. So I
Yeah,
just
they all
love it.
pretty,
Yeah,
yeah, they all of the chatbots pretty much do that.
yeah.
And it is really neat.
Okay, good enough.
Uh, and I use them all the time.
Yep.
You see, I usually have my iPad or my phone near me when uh, when I'm watching TV, and inevitably something comes up. I don't know what that means or something, but I am now starting to use my uh, Miss A to ask a lot of questions because I have a Miss A plus. And I'm going to talk about that tomorrow at on Tech for Seniors. So if you're interested
Yeah.
in some of the advancements to the Amazon product, Miss A, and I say Miss A because I don't want to set everybody's machine off. So I'm going to talk about that tomorrow, and I'm in the process of putting that presentation together. I'll finish it up tonight.
Does that
So,
only work with Amazon products, or does it also work with,
oh yeah, it's built into the Echo products.
I got you. Okay, very good.
And it's an extra charge unless you're a Prime user.
You do
Okay.
need to be careful with the questions. I asked the questions, simple one, list the first 35 states that joined the United States Union. And it listed North Carolina and South Carolina, I think it's 6 and 7. Then it also listed them as 13 and 14.
Yep. And any of the AI things, you've got to look at the data that it gives you because frequently they call it hallucinates. It makes things up or mixes things or it adds. I've asked it to do some things. The first 5 or 6, it did correctly. The next ones, it was all bogus information. So yes, you definitely have to double check anything you do before you pass it on. But speaking of double checking, I use it when I see something listed on let's say Facebook and somebody made a comment that this happened or be careful with this. What I do is I go ahead and uh, I'll copy the article and then I'll put it in to say ChatGPT or into Copilot and I'll say, is this true? And it's interesting to come back to see, it'll say it's mostly true or it's not true at all, or yes, it's absolutely true. So, and it will go on and explain what's true, what isn't. So, I've used that quite often. So don't pass things on to other people if you don't know it's absolutely true, especially some of those, gee, I wonder if that's uh, true or not, or boy, that's amazing. I want to tell everybody, and then you put it out there, and it's a bogus fake news. And the thing what you can do is now with AI, you can easily check them. So before you pass something on that's amazing, you might want to double check and make sure it's true. Anything else? Let me check the chat. Um, Phone link allows you to see photos on the phone and send the messages. Yeah, and actually, I believe that I can also answer the phone using it, using my computer and microphone and speakers. Let's see. But why would I want to start it up immediately instead of just when needed? Because quite often, my computer is on all the time. So I very seldom shut it down at night. It's on all night. So, and I just want to have that available so it doesn't, sometimes it won't be connected to your phone if you've had it off. And then you got to get the phone and connect it to make it work. And let's see. Dick says I use it to see who's calling my phone and see any text messages I might receive. Yeah, I don't usually hear my text messages when I'm home, and I don't carry my phone around with me in the house. I a lot of times just have it on my charging device. Uh, I have a charging station where I can stack several things, and I keep it plugged in and charging all the time because I don't really use my phone in the house except when it rings. But if somebody texts me, I don't know it. I don't hear, I might be in the other room and I don't hear it if there's any noise. So if I'm on the computer, I can just click and then see if there's any text messages for me, and I can also see if there's any calls. And let's see. Mary says, I'll try it. Never thought of doing that till I actually wanted to send or receive a message. All right. Clark says, easy way to update most of the Windows programs is to use the UniGet UI available from the Windows Store. So that's the one he was talking about earlier. All right. Let's go ahead and share again. Go back to our list and share. And let's see where we are here. Windows 11 redesigned start menu is now available for release for preview testers. I'm going to open the article because they've got a picture of what it's going to look like, but I don't have it yet because I'm not a tester. Is there anyone here who has played with the new screen, the new start menu? I I think I don't use the start menu that much because I have the important things down in my taskbar and on my screen. So occasionally I have to use it. All right. So I guess no one's using that. So we won't worry about it. But when it comes, it's going to change the way it looks. Windows Paint now lets you create short animations, edit image using AI and similar to Nano Banana. I didn't know that till I added this to my list. When I cut a lot of these things out and save them, I don't actually read them at the time. I just save them so I know later. So Windows 11 Paint is one of the apps that Microsoft has consistently improved over the past year, and it's now getting 2 new AI features. The first spotted by Windows Windows latest, I guess that's a person. Paint can now use AI to turn your images into short animations, similar to how Grok's image works. It's also getting a Google Banana-like generative image editor, and it's rolling out as part of AI Labs. But what's that? And AI Windows latest previously reported AI Labs is an opt-in program that allows you to test experimental generative AI features in MS Paint. The invite to Windows AI Labs is gradually rolling out, but you don't have to join Windows Insider program to sign up. All right, I was not familiar with that. Is there anyone on here? Speak up if are you part of that program? Okay, so how do you get there? Uh, Windows AI Labs. Let's go ahead and look here and type in. Yes, I still use browsers to search. Microsoft Azure, no. AI Labs for early. There it is, latest. Okay, that's an article from somebody called Windows Latest. All right, let's go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to show you when I find an article like this how I save it. So I'm going to click on that. And there's the article. I guess, yeah, this is the same article we're on. I believe, no, it isn't because this is showing more pictures. All right, so what do I do when I get an article like this? Well, the first thing I do is I come up and I go to my extensions, and I have one for Evernote. And it's way up here in the top right. Hopefully you can see that. When I click it, it then will give me choices, the article, and then it puts a green thing around it. But you know, it's showing all this other stuff that I really don't want. So I'm going to try simplified article. So it simplifies the article and just gives me the article. And so I just, at this point, just say, okay, save the clip. And it's now in my Evernote. And so I don't think I have it. So let's see, does it tell how to get to it? I opened up Microsoft Paint. Okay, so we have to open up Paint. And is there anything about it here? Untitled Paint. Let's full screen it so we don't have other things in its way. Tools, maybe? I don't see anything where I can get to AI Labs. There's Copilot. No, I don't see where I can sign up for it or do anything with it. Has anyone tried it? Okay, so this is telling me how to do, oh, you do go to the setup. Okay, well, let's do that again. I guess you have to read the articles. There's Paint, then go to setup, settings. No, I don't have anything there that I can click on. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like I can, but let's see, we're Windows Paint. Let's see if it tells us what version we can do this with. And come back to the article. Whoops. And to try experimental sign up for, okay, so I don't have the ability to sign up for it. It's not there. Because when I went here and under settings, I've got this, but not this part. So you might want to try it. See, if you like to play with AI stuff, this might be something for you to give a try. Again, a lot of things that you pay for, you can get free now with this. Yeah, here's that article. And it tells you can meet your new creative partner, you can animate, bring any image to life, create stunning images with just a few words. So this is all going to be built into Paint now. Well, isn't that nice? All right, so we'll have to play with that when I can, when it's available to me. Right now it isn't. Okay, let me go ahead and stop the share. Where'd my share go? Am I even on? Okay, stop share. There we go. Comments? Anyone familiar with the fact that Paint is going to have all those things in it? AI stuff? You're all quiet today. All right. Well, let's go back to the items. Sure. So the next item on here is Paint. Windows supports these 7 ancient features. So those of us who've been around a while, let's see what this is all about. And F9 again. Fax and scan. Dial-up internet. If you look closely enough, you'll also find traces of decades-old technology in Windows 11. These have no practical use today, but are fun to explore and enjoy a nostalgia trip with. So we have dial-up internet. That information is still available in Windows 11. Not that you can do it, but it's there. Once you've connected via Wi-Fi or Ethernet, you don't visit the internet settings in Windows 11 unless you've had a problem. You thus might have missed the dial-up option under Settings, Network, and Internet, right alongside the modern options like VPN and mobile hotspot. Okay, so let's see. By clicking Set up a new connection opens up the old control panel, which still has a dial-up option. When this author tried it, Windows tells me it can't detect a modem. While you can get a USB modem on Amazon, you'll also need a service provider to connect to. And this year, legendary AOL ended its dial-up service, which began in 1991. Boom. And there are three remaining. You can get Microsoft dial-up for $180 a year, Net Zero at $30 a month, and Juno, the same price as Net Zero. Okay, floppy disks. You heard about the kid that said to his father, "Look at this! Somebody made uh, an actual copy of the icon for your, and it looks just like that icon." So they didn't know that there was such a thing as a floppy disk. They thought that icon was just made up. So they do no Windows 11 PC has a floppy disk spot built-in slot, but you'll have to turn to external solutions. You can find a floppy disk reader under 20 bucks, and most of them are USB. And then if you don't have any old floppy disks, you can try floppydisk.com, who sells recycled ones. Another remnant of this support hides in File Explorer. The reason your operating system disk drive is C is that the earliest versions of Microsoft reserved A and B for the two floppy disk slots. In the name of backward compatibility, this continued long after anyone stopped caring about floppy disks. So let's see, analog faxing. I haven't thought about sending a fax, but there's some times where you really need to. However, Windows 11 still includes a utility called Windows Fax and Scan, which has made its debut in Windows Vista. The version of Windows 11 retains the look of Windows programs from that era, but apparently still will work. It's not a digital faxing service that lets you send and receive faxes online. Instead, this utility is for analog faxes, meaning you need a modem to connect a phone line. So I guess having it doesn't do any good for you. And doctors' offices and lawyers' offices and banks still use faxing for security reasons and the fact that they've just been using them so long. But other than that, I doubt very much any of us have faxed anything or even own a fax machine anymore. And then there's a phone dialer and a Windows 3.1 dialog boxes. These things are still in Windows 11. MS-DOS icons. And it's called moreicons.dll. And I frequently, when I create an on-screen icon, let's go back here and let's see, we don't need paint anymore, so we can close this up. So if I, let's see what I got. Look here, I go to Properties and change icon. You have a list of all kinds of icons that you can change anything on your desktop and have that icon. So you want to have a little floppy disk or something like that. So that's still available. Oh, let's see, I gotta close this first before I can cancel. There we go. So you can change your icon for a particular folder, for instance, to help you find it easier. And let's see. Okay, so that's it for that article. And go to the next. Microsoft suggests disabling these two Windows features for better performance. How to do it right. Let's take a look at what they're doing here or suggesting. F10, F9. These two features Microsoft suggests to disable. In the new Microsoft support document, Microsoft offers a bunch of tips to speed up slow Windows 11 and 12. Among them, there are two tips that stand out as they disable built-in Windows features. For slow PCs, Microsoft recommends that you disable visual effects and pause OneDrive syncing. Both these features are enabled by default. Interesting enough, both of these actually do have noticeable impact on PC resources. So if you want to disable the visual effects, it uses Desktop Window Manager to composite the desktop and renders many UI effects like transparency, animation, blurs, and so on. These effects are built continuously and eat a lot of GPU or graphics processor unit resources, which is why they recommend disabling them, optimizing a PC for gaming, especially when doing that. You can easily gauge their impact by opening the Task Manager and moving to the Performance tab to view GPU usage. Now start clicking on the Task Manager icon in the taskbar so it minimizes and minimizes quickly. You'll notice the GPU usage spikes. For us, the average spikes were 25-30%, and they were down from 5 to 7%. So what it said is go to Task Manager. No, that's an article. I didn't want to do that. We'll just go to task. I closed the article too, didn't I? It was this article. F9. And then we want to go to Task Manager. And let's see what it says here. Disable, let's see. I'm going to move over to the other screen for a moment. I'll bring it back. So what we got to do, open the Task Manager, moving to the Performance tab, which is here. And now start clicking on the Task Manager icon in the taskbar so it minimizes and maximizes quickly. So we're going to click, 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 click. See, it doesn't change that much on mine, but it does go up and down. So we're going to look at the GPU. Oh yeah, it went way up. So let's try that again. Yeah, mine's not changing a lot. GPU 1, let's do that. Yeah, you can see it's spiking and going up. Now I have a real heavy duty GPU in this, so it's not going to affect it a lot, but on yours it probably will make a big difference. Okay. And pause OneDrive syncing. So a lot of people want to do that. You may think OneDrive sync will impact network bandwidth the most. It's actually more problematic for disk I/O and CPU resources. Disable, let's see. So how to adjust. So you can do that. Show shadows under mouse pointer. So if you want to turn off some of the things that make it look pretty. Pause, quit, or uninstall OneDrive. We talked about this. I can't remember where it was. Was it here? It might have been, where people want to know how you do either pause, quit, or uninstall OneDrive. And by default, Windows has OneDrive enabled and syncing your data with your Microsoft account, unless you create a local account. You have the option to stop sync temporarily when you're doing something important to speed things up. You can also disable OneDrive or uninstall it if you don't use it at all. And this tells you how to pause the OneDrive sync. And it tells you how to do that and then quit OneDrive. If you won't be using OneDrive, but don't want to delete it completely either, then you can turn it off. And this tells you how to do that as well. Go into Startup Apps and turn off OneDrive.exe. And then you can also enable and disable what connects to OneDrive. And that's what I do. I have some folders that are backed up on OneDrive, and a lot of the others don't. So I'm not automatically moving everything over to OneDrive. And on that note, let's stop the share and see if there's some comments, questions. Gosh, you're quiet today. Where are all my questions? Comments, anybody?
So we're overwhelmed. We're just overwhelmed.
Well, maybe I ought to slow down then. Mary says, I recently helped someone at CCCGC who brought in a floppy disk to a USB. It was a unique experience, but she got it done. They wanted to get what was on a floppy, I guess, onto a USB. I I have a USB drive around here, not a USB floppy drive around here somewhere. It's a real slow one, but I have one. And I've got floppy disks around here, but I haven't needed to. But there was a time that I did take a bunch of floppies that had data on them, and I wanted to copy them over to my hard drive, and then from there you can put them on something else and save them. JJ.
I just had one of the members from my club the other day asked me about the CD drives, the portable CD drives. I told him about that. But does anybody still have zip drives?
Mine finally died. I see Tim's got
I see
his
a hand
hand
up.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, I still have a whole bunch of zip
Yeah,
drives.
Mary does too. I think I still have some zip disks around,
Yes.
but not a zip drive. Mine all died, and I never replaced them.
Yeah, I bought my first Dell laptop had a removable drive. I can remove the drive, the CD drive, and put a zip drive. I think I still have that somewhere down in the basement.
Yeah, I got a lot of things out in my shed that I've got to go clean out and I know I've got a lot of wires and cables and stuff to equipment that no longer exists. And
Yeah,
I used to say, well, I want to keep it because someday I might be able to help somebody with it. But now I couldn't find it if I wanted it. And
yeah,
and most of it, there's no reason to have it.
yeah, when I go into the basement, I see a great big container full of keyboards, old keyboards.
With the green and orange plugs or something
Yep.
on them.
Yep.
Elva, you have your hand up.
Yes, I put a question in the chat, and I don't know if you want to do it today, but I was wanting you to demonstrate how to, when you're sharing your screen, how to have a window little window with your face talking when you're hosting a Zoom meeting. I was on a Zoom meeting recently, and I think it was Ron Brown, or maybe it was you, Huey. Anyway, there was a little talking head square down on the same screen that was being shared. And I asked how to do it, and somebody said you just go to speaker view and then right click, and there's an option there, but I haven't tried it yet.
Go up to the top right of your screen where it says view.
Right.
And sort by gallery, change theme, hide self view, show meeting timers, no, but full screen, sort gallery, multi-speaker, but that would only be in the gallery mode. So I am not
I just
sure.
changed to speaker view, and I don't.
Well, I'm not sharing my screen right now.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think it was one of those things where Huey prepared a 5-minute or 10-minute presentation, and he put himself into it when he prepared the presentation.
Yeah, it was in the video.
So it wasn't the presentation.
Oh, it wasn't
that
a
you
Zoom
did because,
feature.
Yeah,
because
not a Zoom
your
feature,
face was still at the top. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yep. Yeah, we do that.
Thank
And the nice thing about Camtasia is you can adjust that and take out the background and so on. I just found out yesterday how to take the background out, so I don't have to have my yellow basket behind me uh, when I'm doing that. But yeah, it's now there are some ways in which you can uh, put a small picture in a picture in when you have the gallery mode up or you have something on the screen. Uh, but it's usually using one of those external programs that allow you to have multiple cameras.
Oh,
Uh, but I can go ahead and are you seeing the gallery view right now?
yes.
Okay, I can go on in mine. I can say, let's see, spotlight for everyone. So if I do this, you can do this. So
You're
you're seeing a,
spotlighted.
yeah, you're seeing a big picture of me and small pictures of other people along the top.
Yes,
Okay, and I'll remove that and it brings it back. It should remove it back to the gallery view again.
it did.
Okay, and you can pin somebody. Let's see that I can pin me, but I can, let me stop that again. Remove pin, and I'm going to hit and do remove and then pin you. I can I can click on you or look at your picture and right mouse click on the three dots
Yeah. Yeah, I see the
and
pin.
so you can pin anybody that's got a picture open or
Mm-hmm.
anyone that's got one. And then I'm going to replace the pin. And so now I've got somebody else. And then let's see, I am going to just remove the pin that's on that screen. So there's some things you can do to make it just on your screen. It doesn't change it for everybody.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
And when I'm sharing the screen and you have the pictures along the top, now I'm not going to be able to do it because I'm the host, but let me go ahead, share my screen. And have you got the pictures along the top?
On the side, on the right side, I see
Okay, all right,
participants.
different, and you can move it around, but okay. If you right click on one of the pictures, is there any choices there?
View profile, I'm clicking on Detlef. View profile, chat, pin, hide non-video participants.
No,
When I
okay.
right click on Detlef's picture.
And what
So I
happens?
could pin him.
Okay, so anyway, we're not going to spend any more time on this because some people
Okay,
aren't following us, but you can play around with that.
got it.
Okay, let's come back here. We got plenty of time. Um, Microsoft Copilot got smart to meet the new Clippy. Oh, let's see. I got to do something to be able to show you that. Uh, okay, we'll connect. And then I am going to we'll look at the article first. Where to go here? Copilot can simplify your, am I in the right one here? Yeah. Okay, let's see. This, oops, F9. Microsoft Copilot chat and tips and tricks, the new AI assistant. That's, I think I might be ahead of where I want to be. Let's go back. Where's the Clippy? Well, let's go to this one first. Now, Copilot now has something called Myco or Miko. I think it's called Myco. Uh, Microsoft introduced Myco, a new and more personal avatar for the AI-powered Copilot digital assistant. But if you go to Copilot on your PC, you will not see this. However, let me minimize this. I am going to click on this, and it's going to want me, it's not going to work because I got to turn something on. Okay, I got to allow USB debugging on my phone, and I allow it. and then click that again. And there's my phone. I have a Pixel 10 Pro. If I had a Samsung, it would do it automatically. But my Pixel is a Google phone and doesn't do that. But let's come over here to Copilot. Now, when I click Copilot, wouldn't you know, somebody's calling me. So let's see. So that's why I like to have my phone. So it just turn that off. So allow not now. Okay, let's figure out how to get out of this. Let's come back here. And come back here. No, that's not what I want either. Oh, nuts. I closed it out. All right, let me, wouldn't you know, I got a phone call right when I want to demonstrate something on my phone. So we'll do it again. Does it want me to do something here? No. There we go. Okay, so we're going to come back to Copilot. We're going to click on Copilot and what's on today's agenda. Now it should have come up. If I click on this, oops. How do, good, thank you. Why am I not seeing you, Clippy? Why am I not seeing you? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. It may have to do with what just happened with phone call coming in. But let's try it one more time. Okay, how do I do a screen? How do I do a screen capture in Windows?
Huey Fran has a suggestion in the chat.
Okay, you've got my, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. Um, Let me go back to Zoom. Let me stop the share. Okay, we stopped the share. And I think chat's still on there. Are you? No, he's not. Okay, so now let's try the share again. So you're seeing this. I'll close this again. Now we'll try it one more time. No, no, I guess when I'm connected this way, it doesn't. You see a little blob there and you can ask it questions. And so the microphone's on, then I can say, let's see, only this time, Copilot to record audio. I don't want to record it. Now we'll see. So this is regular chat. This is not the new one. Are you there?
We're here.
No. No, I was asking that. Anyway, it's not working through my phone. So let's go ahead and bring back up my. Anyway, you will see a little blob like this. I guess it was on my iPhone that I had it working, or not my iPhone, my iPad that I had it working. It might not have been on my phone. But anyway, needed it to ask it something, and so this little blob moved around and talked to me, and it was really cute. Big deal. Uh, so anyway, let's go back and kind of see what they say about it. So we'll come back here and turn this and F9.
It's the next
Okay.
one down. It's the next one down in your list.
Yep. Microsoft Copilot chat tips and tricks. We'll get to the next one. I don't think we did this one. Microsoft Copilot chat overview. TLDR. I hope everyone knows what that stands for. It's too long, didn't read. And so what they said is this article, you get the gist of the article by reading that part of it. And so it says Microsoft Copilot chat powered by OpenAI's ChatGPT technology integrates seamlessly into Microsoft 365 applications to streamline workflows and improve productivity while maintaining enterprise-grade data security. Key features include document summarization, a prompt library for automating repetitive tasks, memory functionality for personalized experiences, and temporary chats for secure private discussions. Copilot Chat enhances the core. Now it just turned on. I'll turn the microphone off. Copilot Chat enhances like Word and Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and OneNote. Customization and advanced capabilities. So how to set it up and so on. So, but let's say right now we're in the Edge, and if I click the Copilot button way up in the top right, if you remember, I was able to summarize a page. So let's summarize this one. Whoops. And so there are the highlights of this article. And then let's see if I can, sorry, I'm maxed out. So I guess I can't do anything here. I don't know if you see that or not right here. Must be a popular time. So they can't answer me. So let's try this anyway. Is the Google phone and iPad OS app of Copilot different where I would not see your picture? Okay, thank you. Are you still there? All right. So you can do that right within while you're on a website and have a discussion, ask questions, and so on. So let's go ahead and we're going to stop the share. And can you see what you can do using AI like Copilot while you're on a website, while you're in a program? Let's say you're in Word, and how do I do something? Well, just click on the Copilot within the Word if you have it, and then ask Copilot, and it'll tell you, and it'll talk you through it. And you can be doing it while it's telling you, and you can say stop, say that again, and so on, and get you through. So you don't need me anymore.
We'll always need you, Huey.
There's a real concern about what it's going to do to education, of course. Students are going to use it. Will they learn anything?
Did you hear what he was saying? Could you hear it?
I missed that. I stepped away for a minute.
I'm
No,
going to turn him off. You could not hear him?
no, only your part of the conversation.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. But I was having a discussion with him. And then as I made comments to you, he was making comments back to me. But so I didn't hear everything you said. But yeah, Stephen, you had a comment about, I guess, schools and education.
Yeah, I think the Copilot and the AI can be very beneficial, but it can also be very bad depending on how it's used. Teachers are going to have to be re-educated on how to use it successfully for students to actually learn something rather than simply rely on it. I mean, did we all forget mathematics when we got calculators? Yeah, well, maybe to some degree.
And that's why a cashier in the grocery store can't make change without using the computer in front of them, which is the cash register.
Right.
Alan, you have your hand up.
With my class, one of the things I've taught them is they can create questions with Copilot and study for their tests more efficiently.
Good, good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of would like to go back to teaching again in the schools, except there's so many other things that I don't think I would want to. But some of this stuff you could really utilize if you know what you're doing and make it work for you as a teacher, not against you. Detlef?
I put a question for you in the chat. I don't know whether you can see it, but you mentioned that you can share your Samsung phone in a Zoom presentation even easier than with a Pixel, like you just did. Can you demonstrate how to do that, or can you link to instructions?
No, because I don't
on
have a
how to do that?
Samsung phone anymore.
Can you, where would I be able to find instructions? Because I have a Samsung phone and I would love to be able to do that.
Oh gosh, it was I may have to look for an article, but let's do this. Let's see, am I sharing? I'm not sharing, so we'll share. And let's go ahead and we'll open up ChatGPT.
Because you looked like you went into direct control there.
Oh yeah. And you can do that with your Samsung too. You use Phone Link, which is the best.
Yeah, which is what I've got.
And it works best with the Samsung Galaxy phones. And on your PC, open up the Phone Link. And then on your phone,
I've got that installed.
Link to Windows.
But what I saw you do, your phone screen came up in the Zoom call here.
Right, it just came up on my screen. Yeah, absolutely. That's what you do with once you link it, you can bring it up on your screen in the same on a Samsung phone. And then because I'm sharing, you could see it.
Okay, I'll have to look into that because when I teach a photography class, one of the things I want to do is show how to do something on the phone. So if I can, share that in the Zoom call, that would be great.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I just traded in my Samsung phone, but I've been doing it for quite a while. And then once it's a lot more difficult with my Google phone. I have to you saw what I had to click on something.
Right.
It took me to a DOS command and then a command line and I have to turn debugging on the phone. And so it was a lot more involved than you have to do with the Samsung phone.
Okay, I'll play around with it. Thank you.
Yeah. Mary,
And
you have your
Detlef,
hand up.
Chris Gould shows how to do that on, she always demonstrates on both the iPhone and the Samsung phones. I know that you've watched.
Yeah, check her video.
Okay.
She's probably got a video on that.
Okay, good. Thanks.
I use AirDroid on my computer to
show my phone to the screen.
You use what?
AirDroid is a really good
AirDrop?
app for any Android phone.
Okay, and you have a PC
Have a
and
PC
in your Android
and
phone?
what you do is you have a client that goes onto your PC, and every time you open that up, you take a screenshot with your phone. It automatically connects and it brings up the screen, and you can demonstrate. I did that in order to be able to do presentations at our CCCGC meetings.
Okay, and you're using an
Okay,
Android
and it's
phone,
called
correct?
And
AirDroid,
I'm using a Samsung. I have a
Yeah.
Samsung Note.
and it's called AirDroid.
AirDroid. It's an
Okay,
excellent program. I tried 5 or 6 other options, and this one actually shows the screen as it looks, as it looks if I was showing you my screen, as opposed to just showing a little box. It actually looks
right.
like the phone, and I can demonstrate things on my phone, or I can actually use it to control my PC, or my PC to control my phone. So it gives a lot of different options, and it's free and it's great.
Okay, because I wanted to show a way to edit photos from your phone rather than from your computer.
And that
And
would
I
be
was
an
trying to
excellent way
figure
to
out a
do it
way to,
because
yeah,
that would be an excellent way to do it because you have full control of anything that you want to demonstrate on your phone. You have this nice big projector now that you can display it on, and you can show every step of the way.
great, wonderful, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I
Walter,
just
your hand
learned
is
this.
up.
This is
Oh,
brand
I'm
new to
sorry.
me too.
Go ahead, Mary, finish up.
I just said it was brand new to me too. That I just loaded that in about a month ago, and I use it in the office to project onto the big screen we have in the office, and I use it in for their presentations when we have the whole group together. But it gives me an option to demonstrate, to show what I'm trying to do to someone rather than just handing the phone over and we both can't see the same screen at the same time. This way I can project it onto a large screen. If I have 4 or 5 people that want to see the same demonstration, it's very easy.
Yeah, it helps. You don't have to all stand around a little phone to look
Yeah,
at the screen. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
plus they're not breathing down my neck.
yeah. Um, One of the things that I really like about it is the fact that you can click on anything and it shows up. Now, if you are demonstrating things about phones to people and you want to make sure that uh, it works and what you're going to show them is exactly what you want to do. If you just open up, if you have a Zoom account, fine. If you don't, get a free account, open up
Mhm.
Zoom, put it in Zoom, and record it.
Yes, I
Save it to
haven't
your
tried that
computer
yet, but that's a great
and
idea.
then play that to them. So you don't have to fumble around. You don't have to do anything. You've already done that. So it's already,
Right.
it just makes it so much easier and you don't make mistakes. You don't get a phone call in the middle of a demo
Right,
and
but
screw it up.
a lot of times when I'm helping someone in the office, it's how do I do this? It's not something that
Mm,
I've planned. It's something that they
yeah.
say, well, how can I do this particular function? And I need to be able to show them immediately. Um,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, you saw how I could get on very easily and demonstrate, and I can do everything that I can do on the phone, I can do online. And
hmm
I mean, I can demonstrate and show you what the program does, how it does it, and so on.
right,
And I can flip screens, I can flip things up and down, the same as that with my finger, or I can do it with my finger as well, but I can do it with my mouse too.
right.
Uh, Walter,
The other
your
thing
hand
I
is
had a
up.
question for you in the chat box. There's an AI icon up at the top that's flashing. I've never
Yep.
used that function. Can you show us what that does, or
Well, I
have you
can't
used
show
it?
you because it's going to be different. It's the AI companion, and in it, what it's doing, it goes through at the end of every show, I get an AI report of everything we talked about,
Oh, okay.
or pretty close to it. But if you go up and you click on it, you can see you can actually ask questions about the meeting. What did he just say? Or let's see, learn more how, if you click it, you'll get some things that you can do. Uh, but just please don't click the stop AI companion features. I don't know whether
Okay.
you can or not, but
Okay.
when
No,
you
it
click
says
on,
ask host to stop it.
okay, good.
Only you can stop it, Huey.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
What other things are there on your screen under when
Meeting
you,
questions, a transcript, user input. Second one is meeting summary for transcript, and the third one is smart recording,
okay, now
transcript and recording.
I can't click on those. Can you? I may not have it turned on.
Okay, let me take a look. I'm clicking on meeting summary transcript, and nothing's happening.
Okay. And that's probably true of the one above it too.
Yeah, I tried meeting questions.
Yeah.
It doesn't do
Yeah,
anything.
I probably don't have turned on the ability for you to be doing that, but you can, if I had it turned on, you can be asking questions during a show and it will answer different things based on what just happened on the show.
Okay.
If it's
Now,
turned
you
on. I
said
have not
something,
played with it at all.
you
I
said
clicked
something
on
earlier about you got
learn
a summary.
more. I clicked on learn more, and it opened a browser tab with information about it
Okay, good.
at the very top. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. I wonder if I can do that by sharing my screen. Walter, I'll be right with you.
I thought there used to be an option for catch me up when you joined a Zoom meeting
Yeah.
late, but I don't
Yeah,
see
they've-
that here now.
Well, let's see. Let's see that screen. I don't have that AI available to me, so I can't demonstrate that. If I do more, is that there?
If
Hide
you click
panel,
on
no.
transcript, it's showing you exactly what everybody is saying, and that's the same thing that summary is collecting.
Yeah. You see, can you see my screen or you're seeing the transcript as we talk?
No.
Yeah, I
Somebody
just
say
clicked on
something.
it and I see that.
No,
Do you see it?
it's
No, you're not showing it.
Okay, it is on my screen, but I can see it, but I can save it as well. Oh boy.
It
No,
looks
I
like
gotta
it's
be careful
only
what I
from the
say.
point that you turn it on then,
Yeah, yep.
because it doesn't
all
show
I'm
me
seeing
from the beginning.
all I'm seeing is that you're sharing a page from Chat GPT
Yeah,
5.
yeah. But on your screen, you can click on it and you'll see the transcript. But Alan put a link in how the Zoom AI companion features handle your data. Okay, Walter, let's go to you finally.
Yeah, this is an answer to the previous question about seeing your phone on the computer. I've got my Galaxy sitting here next to me. I've got Phone Link open. I open an app on the phone, and on the Phone Link uh, window, I got icons, messages, calls, apps, or photos. If I click the apps, it shows me the 3 most recently used apps. So if I want to see what's say on my Wise app for my cameras around the house, or if I want to see Gmail or whatever, it's sitting on my desktop on the computer, and I can just click whatever I want to do.
Yeah, isn't that great? It's amazing some of the things that are available that's the reason you come here is so somebody else
Yeah.
shares something and you've learned how to do something.
So if you shared your screen right now, we should be able to see that, right, Walter?
Yeah, it's the same size as it's a window about the size of the phone. Not full window by any means, but and it's in portrait view rather
Can
than
Walter
landscape.
share his screen, Huey?
Walter, do you want to?
I'd be happy to. I've got an awful lot of junk up here.
Okay, here, let me make you a co-host and you'll be able to use the share button. And go ahead.
Okay, which button am I looking for?
The green
Oh,
share
share.
button at the bottom. Yep.
Okay.
And then you want to click the whole screen.
Are you seeing it?
Yep. We see your cameras.
Yep.
Okay, so here's phone link, and I've got the Let me move this out of the way a minute. So this is phone link, and you can, make sure you're connected here.
Yeah.
I can go check my messages. I can check my calls, make or receive a call. The apps. It takes a second for it to show up. At the moment, I have my Wise Camera app up on the phone, so I can go down and I can see what's happening. And I've got a bird feeder camera. I get if there's a bird there at the moment, I'll be able to see that, or I can see all my photos that are on the phone.
Right, and you've got a
down here it
Samsung
shows,
phone.
yeah, here it shows the notifications I've gotten recently. And that's a podcast I've been listening to before I came on the meeting.
Okay, and you have a Samsung phone, correct?
It's a Galaxy, yes.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah, S25 Ultra.
that's why
Yeah.
you can see the apps. Mine will show message calls and photos, but not the apps because I don't have the Samsung.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I have to do it the way I do it. So when you can go ahead and stop the share. There's a red button somewhere. There you go. On mine, let me share. If I open my phone link, which is down here, you see I only have 3 things here.
Yeah, no apps.
And no apps. If I want the apps, I have to run that other program and the other way of doing it. But I use PhoneLink a lot because I can see exactly what's going on with. I didn't have to open my phone. I can see that I had a couple of messages there.
And I leave mine open. It starts with the computer when I start the
Yep.
computer, which
The PhoneLink, yeah.
which isn't very often because I leave mine on all the time.
But that was, if somebody asked the question, why would you start with your computer with PhoneLink? It depends on how you use it. If you use it like
Yeah.
you and I do, it's a benefit to have it when it boots. Any other questions, comments? All right. We're even running over a little bit, but the reason why is Mike isn't here and Drew isn't here. They weren't planning on being here. They didn't have a program for today for the CFCS group. So if you want to discuss her a little bit, or we'll cut it off early and you can go watch a football game or do whatever you were going to do. I'm willing to stay for another half hour or so if you want to just chat or continue on with my list. I'd be glad to do that.
Oh,
Comments?
can you watch the NFL football game right now? Is it
I
on?
don't know. I have no idea, but I'm not going to put it on here because I record these things and Google,
Because
YouTube's not going to like that.
yeah, no, because it's being played here in Berlin.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, could you continue on with your list, Huey?
Sure, I'd be glad to. Is that okay with everybody? If not, you can
Yep.
you can wave goodbye and just kind of fade into the night or into the afternoon. So let's go back and share. And screen 1, share. And let's see, what do I have open here? That's the Chat GPT. I'll close that. I'm going to close the Copilot over on the side. We're going to then close this article and go back to my list. Oh, maybe it was a good thing I made it long. Okay, so we got that. The Microsoft's AI first in-house image generator. I have not been able to, I don't think it's available yet to us, but let's talk about it. Their AI, any of their AI stuff is all from from OpenAI or from one of the other companies. They're using other people's AI programs and paying for it. But now they've got their own image generator called MAI-image-1, and it's supposed to be available, but I have not yet seen it. This is some examples of it. And let's see, there's some more examples. Roblox. Some amazing pictures. I just continue down. It looks like they're showing the same ones over and over again. There's a store. Yeah, it's just the same pictures. Oh, here we go. Privacy Center. When you first visit our website. So it's a website. We store cookies, manage consent, and that's the end of it. So I don't know how we get to it. Let's go up to the top and see if there's a way to get to it. Oh, it's not yet available in the EU, but we're not in the EU. So let's try this. And again. Oh, there it is. Okay. Create photorealistic visuals in seconds with my image -1. So let's see if I've got, hang on here a second. I've got some built-in ones I save in one program so I can grab something here. I'll move this out of the way so I don't know what it's going to show. And let's see, some prompts. I don't know what this is going to do. This is just a prompt I had stored somewhere from something else. I'll just drop it in here. Describe the image you want to generate. It's fairly long. I'll do a Control V. Hopefully it'll let me do it. Why is it just sign in to mail manage? Oh gosh. Why with Google? If this is it says a Microsoft product, why would I need that? Oh. Let's just go ahead and do this. Sign in to mail, continue. Okay, that's simple enough. Okay, and we want to, this is the key features. I want to create something. There we go, right here. Now let's see if we can do it. Yep, there we go. Vintage red pickup truck sits on a quiet grassy hill and so on. We're going to say generate an image. Cost me 1 credit. I have no idea how many credits I get. And I don't know how long it's going to take us. And this is from Microsoft. So if I use it, there it is, right there. There we go. That was quick and easy and a nice picture. And I can download it. I'm going to move this out of the way here and click on it here. And there it is. It's that simple to create a picture of anything you want. You just tell it what you want. And now let's see what we got to know about this. It's Microsoft's first developed AI model for image generation, designed with creators in mind. Natural lighting effects and complex scene images, such as lighting in landscapes. There's an about, I don't see anything about pricing. I don't know what it would need. AI image pricing. There
Up
we
at the
go.
top,
Yep.
pricing.
Starter pack, 100 credits, $10. Now, is that per month? That doesn't say. I guess you just buy credits and
It's 2,100.
I guess it just, would somebody mute it that's got something on? Or I'm going to mute everybody and then you can unmute if you need to speak. Let me get to that. Mute all. Okay, if you need to speak, you have to turn your microphone back on. Okay, so apparently it's not totally free, but I got a free credit anyway to do it. I don't know if they give you some free credits. They give you some credits at all. I'll have to do some looking on that. But let's see here. I got one. What's this say here? That's one. It says one. So I mean the price. I'm sure that's the credit. Sometimes you can click on something and it'll give you extra credits. But anyway, there you go. That's the Microsoft product. And let's go back. Oh, I already did. I did download the image. So let's go back to the WinSIG here. So you can play with that. And where are we here? Microsoft confirm this. Oh yeah, let's see. So 2 days after OpenAI's Atlas, Microsoft relaunches a new AI browser. Okay, let's see if that's, I don't think that's going to be available to us. More than say, the Copilot mode in Microsoft's browser. It doesn't say that it's available yet. The official launch of Edge's Copilot mode. Maybe that's what I was showing you. No, it's actually a browser. Copilot for Edge background is a little darker. No, I'm not familiar with this. Has anyone played with it or familiar with it or? Hmm. Let's see what this says. Oh, it's a video. Okay. So I don't know anything about it. We'll have to check into that. Microsoft confirms Windows 11's simple text editor called Edit. It's now pre-installed. But to get to it, you have to, let's see if we can get to it from here, but I don't think so. Edit, no, that's other editors. A registry editor, photos. Okay, so what we have to do is go to command. I think I can move this around, so we'll bring it here. And it takes us to a command prompt. And we just type in edit. Now you can file, edit, view. So I can take something that I've got in my clips. So I will just do, it makes it one line, but if I hit view, focus, status bar, word wrap, I'll turn that on. And so it's a text editor. So you can edit, undo, redo, cut, copy, paste, find, replace, select all. You can view, you can word wrap or not. You can get line numbers if you want. There's some help, and the help is only about. And then there's file. You can save it, save as, and let's see if I want to save as. How does it do that? I have to put it in a folder and so on. So it's a very simple text editor, but to me, using Notepad is simpler. So that's that article. And comments, anybody about that? Anybody have a use for an editor like that in a command prompt? I know there's a few of you who do things like that.
Offhand, Huey, the edit feature that you're looking at there is more based for like programmers and people who use the terminal heavily. Regular people would use Notepad like you were mentioning. And I use
Mhm.
11's Notepad very, very heavily. But I did miss having a text editor now and then when I'm working in the terminal.
And now it's built into Windows. So you just type in edit and there you go. Any other comments? Okay, let's go back to share. My phone is talking to me here. Let me. Happens to the best of us. How do I turn this off? There we go. Let's see. Text editor, Microsoft Store offers multi-app install bundles to speed up Windows setup. If some of you have used something called Ninite in the past, where you can install a bunch of free apps, well, Microsoft now offers some multi-app install bundles to speed up your Windows setup. So you can go out and let's F9. And so you can use these kind of things and put them in and have it go ahead and install them all at once. Don't miss out on our latest stories. Okay. Microsoft has updated the Microsoft Store with multi-app install bundles, streamlining the Windows 11 PC setup process. Yeah, they also mentioned Ninite. The multi-app selection process allows you to create custom bundle and then run all the downloads and installations simultaneously. I kind of agree with this. I'm not sure if I've ever encountered anyone who likes the Microsoft Store. As someone long accustomed to downloading standalone programs from various online sources and installing them manually, the App Store style approach, which has always seemed unnecessary, but multi-app bundles that you can customize to speed up the setup and installation give it additional utility, which could make it far more useful for everyone moving forward. So just be aware that that's available to do that. So if you're helping people get set up on a new computer, and you just go out to Microsoft Store, put together a list of all the items you want installed, tell it to do it, and it'll install them all. Okay. Microsoft quietly makes a requirement mandate for installations. I'm not going to cover that. What's new in Microsoft 365? Teams, Copilot AI, ChatGPT 5, OneDrive. Okay, so this is all in Microsoft 365. October updates. So if you are a subscriber to Microsoft 365, Teams, I don't use Teams, but if you do, it introduces new features. And SharePoint I don't use. So OneDrive simplifies file management with a new file transfer workflow. Copilot integrates ChatGPT 5 for faster, come on, I don't want you there. For faster, more accurate AI responses, add shared mailbox support. Okay, it looks like this is more for uh, uh, big companies, not for us. No, it doesn't look like there's anything there for us. And Workspaces is the best Power Toys. I don't have Power Toys installed, so I can't demonstrate that. Serial.com purchaser. Oh, yeah. I mentioned Evernote a lot. Well, Evernote used to be a US company, and they were purchased by a company in Italy called Bending Spoons. Now, Bending Spoons has also bought Vimeo. If you're familiar with Vimeo, it's a storage for pictures and videos. Now they bought AOL. Now, what in the world do they want to do with AOL? An unclear update for AOL should soon start downloading now that Bending Spoons has inked a deal to buy the online portal from the company. It was a management company that owned it. The deal, latest in a series of transactions, as I mentioned, we all are familiar with AOL, I think, but why they would want to buy it, I have no clue. But we'll have to see what they might do with that. Anyone have any thoughts on that, or
Bending
what?
Spoons also owns Meetup that they bought, the Meetup app.
And
And what I
and they
heard
all,
on a Zoom meeting earlier this week was they would expect Bending Spoons to improve AOL as they have done with other things they have purchased, which who knew that there was an Italian company called Bending Spoons that
yeah.
has all of these billions of dollars to spend?
And the program we use for our Thursday Tech for Senior Live, StreamYard, they also
StreamYard.
bought that too.
Mm-hmm.
So they're becoming quite a conglomerate of online services and companies, and we'll have to see where they go with it. When they bought Evernote, everybody that used Evernote panicked because the first thing they did is raise the price. So a lot of people just said they wanted to go find something else. And I looked at all the other things that were available, but Evernote just does what I want to do. I've been using it since the early 2000s. I have 28,000, I think it is, or 26,000 notes in it, and it searches it immediately. I love it. It's easy for me to use. As I say, I've been using it so long, it's just second nature. And I didn't want to change. So I went ahead and paid the extra money. But they keep making improvements, and it's on version 10 point something now, and they keep coming up with updates to 10, but they're saying that by the end of the year there's going to be a version 11 that's going to have a lot of new improvements. And they've been adding a lot of AI to their stuff too. So, like everything else, they're either adding AI or they're dying. And so we're seeing AI being added to everything. So if you're hiding from AI, you really need to learn some things about it and try to embrace it in some way. Okay, I think some people we've been steadily losing some, but no, we got a pretty good crew yet. Let's see what I got in the chat bot here. Um, Here's a link. Lightning now. Oh, it's in Seminole County. Okay, so somebody left us. Why would someone not use OneDrive? Okay, and then Dick Vogel says, Tom, I have no need for OneDrive features. Well, one of the big things about OneDrive is it stores stuff in the cloud. Well, it also saves copies or backups for you in the cloud, which is nice. Or if you have a lot of files on your hard drive and not a lot of room, and let's say you own Microsoft 365, you've got Office, they give you a terabyte of storage. So you can have that for your OneDrive. And so if you have a folder with all your documents, you might want to back that up to OneDrive so they're there. But also, you can put things on OneDrive that you don't need to have uh, on your hard drive. Now, I do some work for somebody, and I have some very large files that are sometimes as much as a gigabyte, and I need to get it to that person. Well, I have found one of the good ways to do it is I just put it on OneDrive and hit the share button. I get a link and I send them the link, and they're able to download it from my OneDrive. So there's a lot of reasons you could use OneDrive. And Clark says OneDrive is great for syncing files among multiple devices. Works on Windows, iOS, Chrome OS, and so on. So let's say you have an iPad and you have a PC, and sometimes there's files you want to have when you're traveling and you only travel with your iPad. If you have it out on OneDrive, you can open up your OneDrive on your iPad in Timbuktu, and there are those files. So yeah, there's some people don't have a use for it, but it's like everything else. It's there, and if you have a use for it, use it. Um, Walter says I keep OneDrive on my iPhone, so that gives you if you've got the Office 365 or Microsoft 365 Office, you got a terabyte out there, so you got a terabyte hard drive for your phone. Or you can keep all kinds of things out there. Okay, let's go back and see what we got. My voice is starting to give out, so we probably won't be on much longer. But let's share again. And I think we're done with this one. Let's do workspaces, power toys. So I'm not going to talk about that. Serial.com purchase. Oh, that's a bending spoon. We only got 2 more articles anyway. We're going to get through all of them. That's because we got the extra time. This one is, I always back up my email with this free open source tool. I'm going to open that. I am going to stop the share just a moment before we do that. And just by, well, either raise your hand or hit the react button with a hand or something. How many back up their email? Well, 1 or 2, and that's probably it. Most people don't. I used to. And that's another one nice thing about things in the cloud. Most of like Gmail is backed up on it is on the cloud, so you shouldn't lose it. And if your machine dies and you get a new one, you just connect to it again and it's all there. Uh, but I used to buy a program that would back up my Outlook, and sometimes it would restore and sometimes it wouldn't. But I have emails going back to around 2000, 2010. Uh, and right now, I think sitting in my inbox about a couple of thousand emails. I just can't keep up with it. And I have to figure out a way to control it. But uh, anyway, that's another story. So let's
When I
go
was
back to
selling
this.
Medicare insurance, I had to back up my emails, and I have to keep those for 7 years, all of the
Yeah, there's
data. Yeah.
Yeah, if you work for the government, a lot of things you have to back up, and a lot of them have ways to do it as well. Okay, let's go back to share. So let's see, F9. So let's see what they, uh, this is Tom's again. No, this is How to Geek. Oh, you know what? No, I should, for whatever reason, I can't make it bigger. Okay, why you need to back up your emails. Your online email account used to be just a temporary home for your emails, allowing them to be received while your PC or laptop was offline, and then downloaded by an email client app when you dialed up. Then Gmail gave you practically unlimited online email storage. So Gmail does store it online, so you don't have to worry about it. And everyone started keeping their mail entirely online. This is justified because it's super convenient access to them. This presents a problem, however, if you lose access to your online account. For most, that's your Microsoft or Google account. You lose access to all your emails, and there's a lot of important stuff in there. Without your own copy of that data that you fully control, it's at risk of being lost. So, and privacy as well. So backing up emails is surprisingly difficult. Cloud email providers are making it increasingly difficult to get your data out. In addition to owning your own domain name, making sure you also keep your own copy of all your data stored on your own devices makes sure you're never at the mercy of cloud providers. For example, recent versions of Outlook don't let you create local mailbox files to simply copy emails from the server. There used to be, what was the extension on the end of them? PST files. Uh, and I used to save them, and they were gigabytes big years ago. And now they won't even sync more than 60 days worth of mail locally which legacy Outlook still lets you do. It's not cross-platform. Necessary improvements to security also makes it difficult to use other mail clients, as many don't support modern multi-factor authentication. So, how do you back up Gmail, Outlook, and other email providers locally? That doesn't mean it's impossible or difficult. Thunderbird is a 100% free and open source email client for your Windows and Linux, and has been around pretty much forever. It's not the prettiest and doesn't have the bells and whistles of all of other clients, but it's a solid solution that's able to download emails from Gmail, Outlook, and other popular providers with support for modern multi-factor authentication. I now use Thunderbird as my email client, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. It lets you create a local mailbox stored on your device's hard drive, and you can copy or move data from online into it with the help of plugins. And I don't do that automatically. If it's doing it because it just did it. To do this, download Thunderbird from the official site and install it. When you run it for the first time, you'll be prompted to set up your email account, and it automatically figures out the settings for you. It's very easy to set up. Make sure you select an IMAP account, as this type of account will sync your local mail with your mail online. So changes made on your PC are reflected online and vice versa. To make sure all your mail is downloaded, and it tells you how to do that, and so on. Now, there's a few reasons why I like Thunderbird. And I hate to open it because I don't know what's going to show, and there might be some privacy issues with it. Let me go ahead and let's see, I'm going to tell it to open, and I am going to quickly move it over to my other screen. And of course, everything's on top of it. Now, let's see if I can minimize this. No, I can't do that. Snooze all. Yeah, I can't see it. Okay, I guess it's not going to be a problem at this point. What you'll see, this is my Thunderbird, and I have 5 email programs here, and then the one thing it has is an inbox for all of them. So that's the one thing about Outlook that Outlook doesn't do, is I can look at all my emails at one time here and see all of these things, and they're they're from different email addresses. And that's the biggest reason I wanted to switch. That, and it works. I was having some issues with Outlook before. So, and Drew happens to be an expert at Thunderbird, and he helped me a lot when I was trying to set some things up. And I think we have one more article in which we have for today. Then I can rest my voice and maybe even have a couple glasses of wine.
Is there a
Okay.
limit, Huey, on the size that you can store on the email on the Thunderbird?
I don't know, but I don't know if you noticed or not, I have like 16,000 in my inbox.
Okay.
And that's since I've opened up Thunderbird, and since I installed it not too many months ago. And if I delete it from there, it deletes it from the server as well. And then human-centered AI. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, this goes back to the Copilot with the picture on it and so on. So I guess we've covered all of the items. Of course, it only took us an extra 45 minutes. But Elva, your hand is up, and I'm getting tired.
Yes, when you were scrolling, I think it was in the MAI image, Microsoft product, that image maker.
Uh-huh.
I noticed Intune, I think is where you were scrolling through something. I think it was there. But I don't know what Intune is. But when I try to listen to a podcast on my Miss A next to my bed at night, Intune is one of the apps that can play that podcast, I think. But when I'm just Googling Intune, it says Intune Company Portal, App Store, Apple. Then it says Microsoft Intune. Does anybody
The-
here know what the Microsoft Intune app is or
I
what
can,
it's used?
I searched on it and using GPT, one of the chats, I think Chat GPT, but yeah, it is a Microsoft product, but I don't think it was anything. It's mostly for the big companies, for enterprise, I think.
Okay.
Can anyone?
yes, I can answer that.
Okay.
Okay, Intune is a Microsoft application which they use to do, you can inventory your systems, get your serial numbers off of them, push software out to your laptops. It is for big companies. You can
Oh,
push out
that's
software.
like
I'm sorry,
my
what?
son who works for IT at San Francisco State University. That's something that he would use more than me then.
I use it every day. Yeah, no, average people don't use it. It's normally companies. We have like Admin 365, Entra, Intune,
Hmm.
Sentinel, which is the for the alerts on antivirus, that kind of thing. There's a whole
Well,
suite
since
of.
I'm not a subscriber, it just surprises me when that's one of the choices that comes up to listen to a podcast. Maybe it comes with Microsoft, I don't know. But
There was another application called I think it was called Intune, and it came from Apple at one
yeah,
point. And I don't know if that's still around anymore.
be interesting to see who trademarked the name first. But anyway, that it doesn't matter. I'm good. Thank you, Huey, very much for all of today.
Yep, it's been fun.
And thank
I
you,
hope.
Donald, for that answer.
My pleasure, man.
Yes. Yeah, Don. By the way, Don, where are you? What part of the country?
I'm in Texas. I'm part of the North Texas PC Users Group.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
me
glad you're
too.
here.
I'm right here in Arlington. I
Ah,
used to attend the PC users group when they met at the what's that big fancy building there on I-35?
that's
Infomart.
the
They used to
church.
meet at Infomart,
The Infomart. Oh wow.
and I went there for years on Saturdays. Yeah,
Small world, isn't it?
it is.
But anyway, Don, I'm glad you're here. Is this your first time here for my WinSIG?
For the WinSIG, yes, it is.
Well, I'm glad you're here, and thank you for adding to it. I hope you learned something from it, and
I did. I enjoyed it very much.
I have a lot of fun doing it. I've been doing it for many years, and actually, I'm going to do a mini WinSig as a segment on some of the Tech for Seniors on Monday. I'll do maybe one or two topics, uh, f- uh, and put those in on Mondays, on some Mondays. So I look forward to putting some of those together. Stephanie, you have your hand up. Unmute yourself.
Um, I've been using Outlook and I was thinking about going to Thunderbird, but one of the things they said it wasn't very good for transferring over all of the um, information about the people, your people and your organizations and stuff like that. Did you
Your
it
contact
create something
lists.
else for that and for I think they're okay for telling you when the meetings are, but it was all the other data that I didn't want to lose.
Yeah, I don't use the calendar for either one of them. I use the calendar from Google. And my contact list, as I recall, I had a problem with that. And I just grabbed lists wherever I could and stuck them in wherever I could. And so and sometimes I still have to look up addresses somewhere else. But yeah, that I think that was one of the problems I had with Thunderbird.
Well, I might keep Outlook anyway since I have 365, so I have that possibility and still use Google for, I mean, Thunderbird for the internet stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
email stuff.
Because all of them leave it on the server. So if I delete it on Thunderbird, then it deletes it from everything else. Or if I go to Outlook and I delete something because it's an IMAP, it deletes it everywhere as well. So it doesn't matter which one I open. I can see the most recent emails and still use them. For instance, Gmail I go out. Sometimes I use the Gmail online, and one of the things I have a trouble with Thunderbird forwarding the messages that Judy Tallur sends out on the APCUG meetings that they have, the Saturday Safari and the Wednesday, whatever they call it. And I can't forward it well from Thunderbird. It just doesn't work. So I just go to my Gmail account online and I do it from Gmail. So sometimes you can mix and match. That's the nice thing about it. Don, you have your hand up.
Yes, sir. I was just kind of wondering, I'm familiar with Thunderbird, and I think they charge like $11 now a year for quote unquote donations. But I was wondering, are there any other applications that are out there that have the equivalent utilities that Outlook does? Tasks, calendars,
Well,
email.
Thunderbird has those.
Who does?
Thunderbird does.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yeah, I'm quite sure. Let me share screen. Let me go ahead and open up Thunderbird. Yeah, right over here. See, there should be a way I can make that bigger, but you've got the mail, got an address book, calendar, and it also lets you have reminders. I can dismiss that now so it won't pop up on me every time I open up my mail. Tasks and chat.
Okay.
And I think there's a way to make this bigger, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's here. No. I maybe full screen it or something, but yeah, those things are there as well.
If you accidentally erase something, you've lost it in both places, right? Yeah.
Well, if your IMAP, if you erase it, it's gone from everything.
Yeah. Because that's why I was keeping it in the top 3 instead.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But usually when you delete something, it goes into a delete bucket and you can get it back within a reasonable time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay.
Well, any other comments?
Well, thank you for all your hard work.
Well, that wasn't work. The work was all the authors that wrote the articles. But I hope you learned something, got something out of it. I enjoyed the time with everybody. Everybody is so nice here all the time. Thank you for re-registering and coming back. We didn't have as big a crowd because some people probably couldn't get on. But hopefully that'll get fixed because I think I had up to about 300 names or 300, 400 names on there, and I think we're right at 100 as of today. So thank you again, everybody. You have a good day, a good week, a good month, and a good life.
Thank
I'm
you.
gone.
Right.
Well,